Good morning everyone and welcome back to Kirby Superstar Ultra. Last part we started off the Great Cave Offensive and actually got almost half the treasures already. I don't think we're going to get the other half today, but we're going to make a big dent in what is left anyways. No, one hidden down in the blocks, one hidden under this switch. And we actually just lose Jet, which isn't the worst thing in the world. I did want to swap to actually this guy. Well, half swap to him. As always, Wheelie is better than you being Wheel yourself. However, you don't have to worry about that. These guys will steal your partners. But even a puff of air can kill them when they have their partner stolen. Because if you have no power, then it'd be basically impossible to get your partner back. He escaped. But we got Yo-Yo, which we can't use because... we took way too much damage there. And really got nothing to show for it. Eat these pancakes, and I believe there is a maximum tomato coming up soon. But this is probably my favorite ability as a partner, but like the most worthless ability for Kirby, copy. You have these weird goggles that let you copy abilities of your enemies. It does have some uses, but its main purpose is the same as Kirby's Swallow. And we let him get off screen, so means we're gonna have to go search for this thing again. But yeah, you see, we got the wheel power up without actually killing the target. So, in this one, it's going to be just easier for you to actually hop on Wheelie, because that gives you the ability to jump. And nice little heal at the end. We get the Truth Mirror. As well as, you can see we've got the gold medal for this area. Heal up. And pick your power. I'm going to go with Fighter this time. Bird and Jet are more for movement, so if we need to, we can come back and pick them up. I don't know how much they're going to help with fighting a slime. Slime takes 34 damage. Slime calls a pal. Nothing happens. 29 damage. Oh, he actually hit us too. Kirby and Wheelie took damage. Oh, I thought it would give us a number. Slime is down. Next is a puppet. A dancing puppet, the most terrifying of enemies. We beat the puppet. I wish we'd have power, because power-ups can spawn from the sides. Magician takes 46 damage. Oh, and because he casts a guard spell, he is actually going to be extra defensive. Helper is done for, and then I can recreate him. Kirby Lean Beam. So, fortunately you can pick up any of the power-ups that pop up on the side and take out the Magician. Also, you keep your color. If you earn any color changing power-ups like Ice, Fire, Beam, or what's it called? Plasma yards. Also, our Ice Sparkle went up by 1, Maturity by 3, Puffiness by 3, Friendship went up by 5. I guess it's because I made a partner. But yeah, those stats literally do nothing. And like I said, you don't have to take the minecart. Come on, come on. If you want to, you can always motorcycle your way through. It has a similar effect. It's just Wheelie doesn't get to relax. Now, this one's an interesting one. In this area, you can just go to the right, and you're at the minecart part. But there are quite a few treasures stored in this area that we want to get. So, step 1, let's head in. You can head in from a few different points. This is my usual default to start with, because what's it called? Because if we use this one as a starting point, we can pick up hammer and whatnot on the way down. I'm regretting already having Wheelie with me. In fact, goodbye Wheelie. Because he already messed with one of the platforms I was about to stand on. So that is a downside of it. Oh, plus this room is designed more or less that you should be coming from the opposite side with it. Because it'll open up at the very end here, and otherwise you have to walk the whole room twice. So we'll head over this way, and enemy time. These guys that we actually haven't seen anywhere else yet, but they are Meta Knight's main force, it feels like. We see them a lot in one of the next games. Nothing? There's no treasure or anything, it's just that you have to fight this gauntlet to do that. So if we hit this button, it'll actually drop the 3-star cane here. And if we want to, we can blow up this bridge, but we actually want a hammer this time. So we're going to, unfortunately, have to fight him. I'd say the normal way, but still a bit evil to him. We want to time it well with these cannons. They don't shoot us too much on the way. The way back shouldn't be too difficult because, well, we're going with the bullets. But we got the unicorn horn. So far, all the treasures that we've got have been in numerical order in some sense. You can also just hammer these coconuts, and it will usually blow them up before they can do any damage to you. And luckily, enemies sometimes drop food, which we were in desperate need of. This staircase is kind of a full heal as well, though. Because you're supposed to be coming in from this room first. There's a nice little door hidden in this one. I actually like to pop open this side first, and then drop the middle. You can drop the middle, but those Gordos are gonna try to attack you basically right away if you do. Continue our path across. And we're about to enter probably my least favorite part of this area. Oh look, a 1-up. Hopefully we don't need it. But this is definitely the area I die the most in. So, if anywhere's going to require it, here. You need a hammer or a stone to break that block, that pillar. We can take the elevator further down into the basement of the old tower. which it's quite a trip to the basement. You actually have to take 2 separate elevators. I don't know if they just had a max height they had to work with this, but like it definitely does feel like you're going to the very, very bottom. Unfortunately, we have to get rid of Hammer now. And I'm going to keep it as a power-up right now. However, oh, come on. We're gonna need fire as a partner. If you go too low on the screen, you will die. So, oh thank God. All right, Warrior Shield. You crash into a Gordo, you will die. And you see it puts us back here. So, it's more for game over things, but let's save our progress and head back into the tower. Unfortunately, yeah, we need to acquire a stone, which I think is easiest done this way. Because I don't want to have to fight the hammer guy again just for the 2 seconds we need a stone. So if you head up the other way from the way we took, you're going to be able to pick up a stone nice and early. Then we just turn around and head back out. I've made that trip way too many times, so a little more used to. So you can see here's where the entrance that most people start with is, and there's our path back down. We did the longer route just for, and listen, if you have a move that'll actually let you hit all the way down, you can kind of ignore even picking up the stone or the plasma, but I don't think any move hits that low through walls. I mean, maybe Yo-Yo might be able to get to it. I know it's got a ridiculous reach sometimes, but it's always easier just to pick up stone. We can grab fire, and now we can actually avoid that bottom path forever. We've got the 1 treasure that it contains. We are up against Ju-Kid. Is it supposed to be like Judo Kid or whatever? Yeah, I'm bad with pronunciation, so I'm sure I messed that one up. It just feels messed up. We want to make sure to keep fire. I almost got rid of it to show what his power was. Yeah. We also get a Koopa Shell for taking out Ju-Kid. But the entire reason you need it is you can't use fire underwater, but they can. Yeah. For some reason, your partners are completely unhindered by water. So we can pick up this treasure, the Falchion. That one's for sure a Fire Emblem reference. Oh yeah, and we don't need fire anymore. At least as an ally. Yeah, that was it. That was the entire reason we had to bring fire with us. Oh, we're up against this guy again. Still, he's easier to handle than actually dealing with those Gordos, even if the water path is a pretty safe path back. And now we can see what his ability is. His ability is Suplex. He's another thrower. So same with the beetle that I showed earlier. And back up the elevator. Admittedly, that's probably the least amount of time I've spent on that particular treasure sets. Because I have died like 4 times trying to do the Gordo room before. I have died... Yeah, actually it's primarily just the Gordo room. Either on the way there or the way back, whichever one I choose to take it at. Either way, it's for that 1 treasure. If you can't hit it normally, you can always puff air, and that will blow up the bomb blocks as well. Now we have to head over to, well, the other direction. We kind of got a teaser of this one when we went to pick up... Ooh. When we went to pick... Never mind that, I lose Suplex. We went to pick up the rock earlier. I don't think I've shown this power off though yet. We got Mike. It's an interesting power up similar to Crash, but not as strong as Crash. Oh no, we're about to lose Mike. If you touch any of these pedestals, you will lose your power. Or at least most of the pedestal. And we picked up a Mr. Saturn in a sleepy corridor. Yeah, we picked up the sleep power up. And that makes Kirby sleep. Automatically. You do not heal in this game, though you do in Squeak Squad, I believe. And it otherwise just deletes your whatever power you had, so. Poor Mike did not even get shown off. I'm sure there will be a chance to later. Also, yes. These cute little cute little orange guys are secretly terrifying. Want to make our path up. And on one side there is a lobster, it looks like. And on the other there's armor. I don't know. Armor is helpful, not for really Kirby. Look at Kirby's shape. He's not going to survive it. Like, he can't wear armor. But he can eat lobster. So you gotta be careful. There's a strong gust of wind in that corridor. You have to take the bounce pad. And you can see just how quickly I fell because of it. If you try to go any other way, the game will just laugh at you and not let you. So, let's continue up the old tower. The far left, there's another high chance of death room. You have to basically, right when the room opens, fly over here, open it up. And then if you wait too long to go through the door, you just get a fire skull because you die. Which I almost did right there because I turned stone. With stone, I'm actually going to go through this first path. Because you can go to the right, and I will right after. Well, shortly after. But I want to fight the boss with stone first. We're up against Emilio Arm. He doesn't move too much. He gives us another good power up in these paintballs. And you can kind of see where he is through the ripples on the screen. Yes, that's the form we want to have when we beat Chameleon Arm. Get another heal up and can continue up the tower. So we'll head to the far right first, because that just happened to be how we flew in. And have to ditch our power up in favor of Jet. So, rather than worry about anything else, we just gotta make sure that one of these is lit when we get to this area, which we can do the one right above it if we need to. And that gives us the Sun Ring for going through this tower. Now, there is nothing else in this room outside of that heal. So if you're missing health and you have Jet, because you probably picked up Jet to turn on the lamp to begin with, it's a worthwhile heal. So you go with the top one and you're falling. In the center, there's the only door out. Puts you back in the center of this room. You actually have to ditch. Yeah, we need them for like one power and that's it. I tend to use cutter just because it's got a lot of range. And there's so many of them in this room anyways. And if you throw it so that your back is to it, you can jump over your own cutter and it will keep going. And actually take care of hitting the switch for you on the way back. So that is my usual strategy for it. That's another treasure down. We are missing a few more in this area. And you can see this area itself is super long. Even if I did cut out the part that I had to backtrack for. Let me check. I am actually... You can go at the top of the room and that will actually kick you out of the entire area. I want to go backwards because we've still missed 2 treasures. If you take a look on our screen right before the model ship, there is 2 holes. So, we want to actually ditch our power up and pick up plasma. Similar to how we had the bombable point in the earlier areas where we had to use hammer. If you charge up to full here and fire, you hit an explosion block that normally you have to go a long way around to get to. So it's always my way to sneak into this next area. That way I don't have to rely on a partner. Because yeah, you have to either rock your way through that, which you don't have rock is very difficult, or you can blast plasma and take the exit path your way forward. So on this bridge, it's destructible. The downside to that is you don't have rock for this first issue here. The upside is there is 2 power-ups you need in this area. So we'll head through this door, just make our trip up. Yo-yo is an option apparently, but so is, yeah, and like you'd need cutter and bomb for that, or plasma. Plasma will just skip the hard parts, and gives you access to rock as well. Warning about laser, it can turn on its own. If you use mirror, you will survive it fine. Alternatively, just endure it. Now that we've got stone, we want to be very careful to not die. I think that should be our priority most times anyways. But now that we've made it here, we should be good. Except for that Scarfy. Oh yes, they can't survive in the water. So you break out of your stone form, and you can pick up the gold crown. With that, the old tower is complete. You see it's got the nice little gold medal in that. And that's going to be where I call this episode. So, thank you guys for watching this episode of Kirby Superstar Ultra. In the next part, we push to the end of the Great Cave Offensive. See you guys then.